Hi, Sina. I saw your messages yesterday. Did you get the extrude working? All right. So today is going to be kind of quick. I have to go to the dentist in a bit. And I also got to prepare a little bit more for class tonight. But I figured I'll do a little bit of modeling again. Hello, Renboople. Hi, Mighty Quinn. So yeah, this stream usually is a drawing stream. If you guys have been around here before, we're usually drawing in the morning, but past couple days I've been modeling just to try something different, and also I'm kind of need to prepare for a little Blender class I'm teaching. So yeah, and also I'm testing out a new setup I've been working on. So there's a lot of scripts and stuff, custom stuff in here. So I'm just making sure everything works before we get into prime time in the class, and especially since this is all new for 2.8. I'm not sure, you know, what's going to break, what's good, but so far things have been working pretty good. It's pretty consistent for 2.8. Not much crashing actually. So I'm just working and trying to make sure I test stuff a little bit. I got some new scripts going in here too. I'm always trying to make new improvements to the workflow. Oh yeah, so let's look at the Gundam today, maybe. Where's my Gundam? I need to... RX-78 2. I'm just pulling up some reference here for a minute. Some of these models are pretty detailed. Let me see. Shot, Blender, Gundam. Alright, so I'm gonna drag and drop some images in here right into the image viewer. So which one's better? This one? This one's a little bit cleaner, it looks like. There's not as much little details going on. This one's cool too. Well, either one should be fine. Alright. I think these side skirts, or these front skirts, need to be a little bit more offset downwards. And I don't think they're as thick as this, possibly. But yeah, loving this new viewport is pretty cool, especially because we can put this fake subsurface scattering on here, so it sort of looks like plastic. Like if we get this blue, can make it more see-through. That's pretty cool. I have this new new symmetry pie. It's actually, I prefer it a lot more than the one, my last version, because now we don't have to make any special selections or deselect or do anything. We can just move and then mirror and keep working. There's no interruption there, so I'm pretty excited about this new mirror pie. And kind of the reason why I did the pie is because this new Blender doesn't support the mirror modifier. You can't see it in edit mode, which is a little bit annoying. So I figured might as well just make a new pie for just so that we can mirror stuff quickly. Oops, cancel that. Do not want. All right. Thanks, renewable pull. You have a lot of names, man. 5 names? It's amazing. And I saw somebody yesterday posted a comment that this pie menu was throwing an error when you're in object mode. So today I made it so that it doesn't matter if you're in object mode, it'll still work. It just throws you into edit mode beforehand. So I think that's a good fix for that. Oh shoot, this is a different design than what I was doing. Kind of. It's okay. Maybe like that. It's probably a better way to be doing this. There's always a better way. Maybe like that. This collar got a bit too popped up here. I'm actually kind of preferring this quick mirror pie to the live mirror, because the benefit of this is when you're using a mirror modifier, you can't do things around the center. Like you wouldn't be able to do this kind of inset here, with respect to the center line, it would just create two separate insets like this and like this, which is pretty annoying when you're working around the center line. So in some ways, this working like this without the modifier has an advantage. So I might end up using this more often, even when the modifier does come back, when they add that back in, because yeah, it's pretty fast for modeling here. Did I use emission for the eyes? Yeah, this is an emission behind glass. So let me show you what it looks like. There's glass right here. Oh wait, no, there's not glass there. There's glass over here. There's a sheet of glass and then a white emission over here. Let me see if I can play with the glow maybe. Oh yeah. That looks better, right? I don't like too much glow though. Sometimes it gets a bit crazy. But that's nice. When we catch the highlights, we get a tiny bit of a glow. Hey man, how's it going? You ready to try some Blender? And yeah, guys, the kicker to all of this is that it's a free program, so you can just grab it anytime, start playing. Let me get a better picture, because I feel like maybe this is the one that I need. So yeah, the other cool thing is we can just drag and drop these images right in, like this. Oh, I already had that one in. Let me get the other one. This one, just like that. I think this is the one I was using, even though this is pretty bad quality. I think it's sort of usable. Yeah, I'll do this. Okay. Save this off. And I think the face, let's see, this part here needs some work. I think there's definitely a hole in there, and if we offset it a little bit, I think that'll look good. Sort of like that. So why isn't this working here? Because these are the same amount of pieces, so it should be able to bridge here. I don't know why it's not bridging, but that's okay. I'll just manually bridge it. Then we can give this a black color. I think that looks more like it. Maybe the legs. Hey Lloyd. Yeah, thanks for joining in. I missed the streaming. I was I'm a stream fiend now. But yeah, this stuff is all this Blender stuff is kind of in preparation for my Blender class at Brainstorm School here in Glendale, in the Los Angeles area. And if you guys are into concept art and drawing and design and stuff, you should check out Brainstorm School. They have a lot of pretty cool classes, and it's run by John Park and James Paik, who are both really amazing painters and designers. So it's a great place to learn. Yeah. Oops. Come on. Why won't it work? So probably ideally I should have built this leg straight in a front view and then rotate the object after, but it's okay. I haven't messed with Fusion, no. Have you been playing with it lately? It looks pretty good. But at the same time, I'm kind of sworn off of Autodesk products for now. I really don't like the way they operate their business. It's pretty annoying. Mighty Quinn, I think it's about the same right now. I mean, I've migrated everything over from 2.79, so I mean, it's pretty much the same. The main difference being just that we have this beautiful viewport now. I think my legs are too small here. Is it possible to follow the tutorials without config? Yeah, you could, but you'd have to already know all the equivalent operations, I guess. So I mean, if you're trying to learn, I mean, if you already know how to use Blender pretty much, then you could follow it. I mean, I'm not doing anything too drastically new. It's just that the scripts are usually skipping a couple steps sometimes, because they sort of there's a lot of macros in there that will do a couple things at a time and skip some steps just to make it faster. So that might be the only thing that's difficult, but if you already know Blender, then you should be able to follow it. If you're starting off like from scratch, then maybe not. I don't know. Alright, so what about this? Instead of having to work in this awkward way here, I'm going to separate this off with Shift X, and then I just made this menu yesterday. So let me go to front view, make this straight-ish, and then Shift X, holding down Control, and then X. And so that gives us a new mirror. And this way, when we mirror stuff, it has extra mirror access. So if that makes any sense, we can mirror stuff like that, and then it's also mirrored over there. So maybe this is a better way to work. And all right, let's go back over here. What's the shortcut? It's Shift X. But you need, this whole setup is kind of different from the, this is, you got to download the setup if you want to use these hotkeys, because all the hotkeys are different. And you can find the setup on my channel. It's like probably one of the first videos there. What about these feet? Kind of angle out, they're like big platforms. Just got this pie working yesterday. The flatten and rotate, so we can rotate by 90 and also flatten stuff. It also works with vert selection, so we can rotate by 90 around a vert. So I think that's useful. But yeah, I'm new at Python, so this stuff is taking me way too long to do. Like, that simple script took me all day. But it's worth it for me. I'm going to use that a lot. Let's see, so then this goes down, and then this goes over here. No. Like that. There's a little gap there. And then the foot goes here. And it comes down. There's a little bevel on the toe. And then this all around here needs to be expanded like that. So I like to block these things out as simply as possible first, and then go back in later and mess around with it. Because if you work from simple to complicated, it's a lot easier. We could even get a cube here. I think they just added in the ability to see booleans, or I mean the ability to draw wireframes and bounds in rendered mode. So for example, if we get this boolean cutter here, and we could even be in rendered mode, and we go Control B, live subtract, and that cuts out the thing right there. And here's my cutter. It's live. So that's pretty handy. And this is kind of even better than 2.79, because in 2.79 you wouldn't be able to see the cut happening in edit mode, but here we can. So this is definitely a welcome upgrade. Check that out. Live booleans in rendered mode. Saw it here first. All right. Is this EEVEE viewport? Yeah, kind of. This is the this is the VizDev viewport, but it's kind of like EEVEE-ish. The EEVEE view. Let me go to rendered. This is EEVEE. I mean, this is the rendered mode, but actually, I need to. Let me see. Bake lighting. Is that it? Where's my lighting? Ah, here it is. So we have, in the rendered mode, we have this little grid that gives us, we can bake lighting inside this grid and get much more realistic looking lighting. And we could also grab a light. Whoa. Why is this so thin? What am I doing? Change the color. Oops. So that's EEVEE. It's pretty awesome. For newcomers, would you recommend learning 2.79 or just go straight to 2.8? Well, for this class I'm teaching, we're going straight for 2.8. Because I mean, why not? We're learning. We might as well learn the new one. Hi, Alcatel. Do you think one might be able to run 2.8 with RTX cards? Yeah, that's definitely going to happen. I don't know if they're compatible right now, but they will be in the future, I'm sure. Make glass EEVEE without HDR. Yes, you can do glass. We have glass right here in the eyes. There's a sheet of glass right here. So it's just a green glass that's creating that green color and a white light behind it. Gonna share an outline of what we're doing in class. Well, basically it's project based, so we're doing like first class we did a low poly Japanese alleyway scene, and then the next class we're doing probably a tractor or some kind of primitive geometric shapes type stuff. And then we'll just keep going in complexity. Like I'm probably gonna do a corridor, like a sci-fi corridor. Then we'll do a spaceship, and it's sort of, yeah, we just do more and more complicated projects until you kind of get the hang of it. And how to fix mirror material back part of reflection has gone. I'm not sure what that question is. Hello, Lee. Yeah, maybe we could do one of these live booleans over here. Or actually, even better, copy this. And maybe bring this in a little bit. And then let's do a live cut line. There it is. Little mini live cut line. We can change the size of it right here. Pretty cool. All right. Oh yeah, let me get back to the foot here. I still haven't gotten the material previews to work with EEVEE. I hope that comes soon because it's a little bit confusing. Every material looks the same. This material's pop-up is Shift V, but again, this is all a custom configuration, so you got to download this from. There's links in my channel for this config. Boop, 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 boop. Oh yeah, we have this boolean here. Alright, let's add maybe 32 side here. Let's rotate 90. Finally got that back. I don't know why it broke for 2.8. That seems like a very simple thing, but it's okay. We got it back. How do you make the background black? So it's in here in the world settings, which is this little tab over here. And then you can turn that on or off, change the color. Let's see what this looks like if we go. Big lighting. There you go. So you definitely see the benefit of that lighting volume when you change the color of the background. Like here we are without it. Let me recalculate the light. Never mind, I don't know what I'm talking about. Is there even a difference? I'm going to assume there's a difference. But it looks pretty good even without this light volume, which is kind of surprising. That's pretty amazing. Okay. Can mirror this, and again, the really cool thing about this mirror function is that it works no matter what direction you are. It's gonna work. Oops. Like if I started to do a weird thing over here, it's gonna respect the pivot of this object, which is awesome. Okay, I need another mirror here. So this mirror will go around the body. Same thing for this one. Let's add another mirror and go around the body. Try to make that a little bit more natural. Up here is definitely smaller. Oops. I could go based off the local direction, maybe that'll help. Yeah, that's good. here. I think I need some extra cuts in here. There it is. That's what it needed, I think. Be like this. There's a little triangle right here, like right in here that I'm trying to get. This is a little bit rounder too. And these Gundams, they always have the chunky calves. Don't skip leg day. There it is. Morning. Oops. Modeling a little Gundam here. I think I need one of these. Maybe I can borrow this one. Duplicate it over here and hit P. Separate it. Let's do Shift X and then, oops, Shift X, hold Control and then X. And that, what that does is it puts a new pivot there, and it also gives us a mirror to the other side. So let me, oops, did I do this wrong? Maybe I did it wrong. Oh, it was already set up, never mind. I sound like a crazy person. But now our mirror's set up, we can... Actually, what am I doing? This should be part of the leg. All of this here should be part of the leg. Right? Okay, I think all this needs to be cut out. There's some holes in the leg. So maybe I go save this, subtract. That was weird. Let me undo that. And I'll pull this out just for a second. There we go. And put it back in. And then we can mirror that. Okay. And this is probably not right over here. Like that. Any updates to the configs and scripts since yesterday? Yes, there was a bunch of work done yesterday. Mainly this rotate 90 pi, which I might as well do a demo here. So the rotate 90, normally it just rotates whatever you have selected. Actually, this works better if we have a shape like this, rotate 90, right? But I added in a little feature where you can select a vert and it will rotate around the vert. So yeah, that's it. You can also flatten, right? So if we grab this whole thing and we say flatten it, flattens. But if we grab a vert now and say we want to flatten it with the vert selected, now it flattens towards wherever that vert is. So I thought that was cool. You can flatten it on Z. Yeah. And also the mirror pi got some extra features too. So I mean the symmetry pi. So like we were just showing with the legs and stuff. But basically, if we have a cube and let's say we're mirroring stuff, we're happily modeling whatever, right? But then you want to have like a child of this. So for example, if we have another cube here, and this cube is going to be a child of this main body here, but we want mirroring around this cube itself, we can do Shift X and then hold Control and then X. And so now we have a new pivot that goes around this child, but it's also mirrored around the parent. So it's kind of like yeah, double mirrorception, if that makes sense. And hopefully we'll be able to see the mirror in edit mode in the future. Right now we don't have that yet, but they're probably going to add that in soon, I hope. They always have giant feet. Hey guys. What's up? I think the proportions of this thing are a little bit off. And then I think down here is longer. And then this thing too. Where's my cutter? Oh, and here's the new wireframe mode. I just added this last week. So I'm very happy that we have wires now. Although they're not that useful. I mean, I don't know why it's so thin. It's kind of hard to see. Let me see if I'm doing something wrong, maybe. Oops. Oh, I guess it's better like that. Whatever. Where's my cutter? Bool cutter 2 is the cutter. Oh, here it is. Okay. Maybe the head is too wide. Oops. I think it's more like that, possibly. Oops. I need a better reference. How about like that? No. This viewpoint is also kind of weird because we're like looking up at it. Okay, alright. I better go, guys. But yeah, let's see. Let me see what's been going on in the chat. Oh god. Ever make Gunpla? I've built Gundams. Does that count as Gunpla? I've never done any like serious models though. They're usually pretty simple. And I don't like paint them or anything. Hey, Alcatel, I do have a EV conversion tutorial on my channel. If you look up, what is it called? Sci-Fi Corridor, EEVEE. It's a full tutorial that shows you how to convert stuff. Although it's a little bit outdated now, but it should still kind of work. Alright. That was some good progress for today, I think. Yeah, maybe the head is a little too big. Very good. Man, I have this model somewhere. I need to go find it for a reference. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I'm gonna call it a day for now and go to the dentist, and then more modeling later. So, okay, see you later. Bye bye.